What's up? What's up? What's going on out there, everybody? I am Lee Black. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. Welcome to my Sunday edition show. And we're going to have some light conversations today. And we're going to discuss some interesting topics. If this is your first time popping in on Real Talk, we always agree to disagree without being disagreeable, because on this show, you're going to get some varied opinions and you're going to get it real and you're going to get it raw. Welcome to my Sunday's edition. I am your host, and I'm coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. It's hot as a mother do, but I'm here on this Sunday evening. Let me bring in my co-host, Tasha, from the crime-ridden Memphis, Tennessee.
Not me personally, just the city.
Yes, indeed. How are you today, Miss Tasha?
I'm all right. I've definitely enjoyed a nice, quiet Sunday. I've been napping off and on all day, so.
I love it. In this heat, baby, that's about all we can do. Try to be still and keep from being musty. So, shit.
Right. Right.
Another hot ass place that's got unnecessary shit going on. My brother, all the way from Texas, Mr. Kenny, what's going on?
Man, I'm laughing at your last statement. Just try to be still and not be musty. I know that's right. We need to get a T-shirt made with that on it. Just try to be still and not be musty. I'm good, brother. How you all doing?
Doing all right, my brother. Good to see you.
Right.
You too. You too.
That's what's up. I know I'm gonna have some fun, because as soon as I see these two faces, I am going to enjoy myself as always. So the energy level already for me shot 1,000%. I did see popping in the waiting room. I think we got Mr. Burke gonna be popping in, so I hope to see him. We missed some of our regular players. My sister Sherry. We miss Daracel.
Yeah.
We miss Candace.
Yeah.
But we know we in the dog days of summer, so we still doing what we do.
Yeah, I miss Sherry. She too big for us now, huh? She on somebody else podcast. Is that what it is?
No, we just got off of our family. Every other week we have a family duo call, and she just was on there. Her phone has probably died though.
Oh, okay.
So we've been on that because I talked to her prior, so that's why. So she may watch us sometime. I know she watches us, on YouTube, so she may just pop in with some commentary. This show is part of the TFG platform of shows, and we've got the man himself popping in to say hello, Mr. Lamar. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate
What up?
You popping in.
What up,
This
Barry
is the
Gordy?
Godfather, the Don Corleone of the whole TFG network of shows. That's the man himself, and so he got us covered. He got you covered on anything you can imagine. So that's what we're a part of, and we're proud to be a part of TFG platform. And you can find us on the TFG banner on Facebook or YouTube under TFG Uncut or TFG Ratchet. We get that little bit of leeway because we're gonna be talking crazy, just so you know.
Yes, especially the host for you
Exactly.
viewers, especially the host.
I'm gonna do my best to keep it down. Brother Lamar, you got a standard invitation anytime you want to come on, my brother. And today might be a good day to pop in, because guess what we're talking about today, everybody? TFG has its own specific channel called TFG's His and Hers Relationship Topics. And my God, when I tell you, if you haven't already joined this page, you are missing out, because it is a nice eclectic hodgepodge of topics and situationships and everything you can imagine dealing with people, and just the crazy shit we do, the way we think. And it is a beautiful space where you can open up in an open forum, give your opinion on what you think about it all. No opinions are shunned. You want to be respectful, so we want to say that you have to be respectful, but you are allowed to say it how you feel it, and so that's what makes this beautiful. So Brother Lamar, if you want to come on, let me know, my brother, because again, we're going to get into this thing and try to get into as many of these as we can. And so, like always, just in case you don't know, I'm picking these topics at random. So I've been looking at the page. I've been seeing some of the topics. So we're going to jump into this. And the easiest way to do it is to open up and share my screen with you guys. So right now it's just us three. but we're gonna jump into this thing and make it pop. So let me get set up. Yeah, I got the page already pulled up. With that said, let me share my screen, and we're gonna pop into this first one and see what we can find out.
Black Hannah said that it won't let Bert in for some reason. I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. So it won't let Bert in. Hey y'all. So let me see if we're gonna pause for the calls a little bit. Bert, I'm gonna send you another invitation. I saw you actually on a second ago, and so I think you popped in and popped out. We'll try this again because I would love to have Mr. Bert on. So Mr. Bert, I'm sending you another link. So hopefully that lets you in. And while we do that, let's share the screen. We're gonna get this thing cracking, and hopefully by the time I come back off of this, Mr. Burt will have popped into the green room on us. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so again, I'm picking these at random. So let's start with this first one, which I thought was so funny. And I actually answered this one. This is what made me decide to do this on this topic, because I thought it was interesting. The question was posed, what are your thoughts on doing 69 with your partner? I'm of the opinion that it's more trouble than it's worth. I had a guy ask me recently, and I'm just not thrilled about the whole process. So this young lady, and incidentally, Michelle Johnson, that is my ex-wife's name, Michelle Johnson. I hope
wow.
Pop
wow.
Because she didn't do no 69 with me, but okay.
Oh my God. That is not the purpose of this show.
Wow. I'm just saying, Michelle, wherever you are, baby, you did not give me the benefit of the 69. So okay. Let's get to it though. The question is, from this lady's asking, what are your thoughts on doing 69 with your partner? She says that she thinks it's more trouble than it's worth. And she said, I had a guy ask me recently, and I'm just not thrilled about the whole process. While you guys get your thoughts together, let me read a couple of comments, in here, because I thought these were interesting. So let's see. Oh, I went away from them. Let's see. One young lady said, nope. Our very own in-house Miss Brittany, she said nope. Somebody named Mr. says, I mean, you have a whole butthole in your nose region. That's not a pleasant thing, in my opinion, unless you just love big butthole right at the top of your nose. I feel like there's a better way of pleasing a woman. We just have to be a little bit more creative. Young lady says, if you're not comfortable doing certain things sexually, then don't do them. That being said, you sound vanilla as fuck, but that's just me. So that's
oh man, God.
I'm not gonna read my comment because I'm gonna stop sharing, because I'll share with you guys live what my comment was. So what do you guys think about 69? Everybody answer once.
I don't have no problem with it. You know what I mean? And listen, wherever my nose, but as long as you clean and whatever the case might be, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, baby.
All right now. That's spoken like a man that's in love.
Right. Right. And when you see the big smile on his face,
that's what I'm telling you. And there's his fiance, Miss
right
Hannah.
there.
Hey,
what's up,
baby girl?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back to you, Bert. So while you so readily into it, okay, Tasha, I'm gonna save you for last on this one.
Okay,
Brother
Kenny, what do you think about 69, man?
Man, I'm gonna be totally frank, honest. I think it could be, it can be a little bit I ain't gonna say uncomfortable, but sometimes you're not paying a lot of attention to certain things. So I think it can be weird sometimes. I mean, because you're not giving your all. You're trying to do this and she trying to do it. So you trying to feel good from what she doing to you, then you try to make her feel good. So it's just kind of like playing Twister, I guess. It's just kind of like all over the place. But so it is what it is. I mean, it's 34 plus 35 is 69. So you figure it out, I guess.
I like how he divided that up, really. Yeah. My only question, Brother Kenny, is who giving the 35?
Whoever sleeps in the wet spot.
Ooh. I like. Hannah says she's on her way. Tasha, you going last.
Okay.
No, you know what? Let me get you in here now because I'm gonna give a little commentary. What do you think about 69?
I like it, but I think a lot of people get kind of overwhelmed with it. But I do see it as a competition, like the first one to make the other one kind of tap out, because you are trying to pleasure that person, but also receive it. So for me, it's like whoever stops first loses.
Ooh.
And I think people get overwhelmed with it because you think that somebody literally has to be like on top of you, modified. Ain't nobody asking you to stand up and do it. I'm not that flexible. I got bad back problems. Don't be trying to hold me up to do it. Lay on your side. Let's modify it a little bit. Okay. You can modify it to still make it enjoyable, but I enjoy it.
Okay. All right. That's spoken like a single woman who's still doing a thing. Hannah, you came in at the right moment. What do you think about the 69 position with your partner?
I don't like it. I'll do you, you'll do me, but I just feel like somebody's going to be greedy. And then I really feel like, how you know if you're doing it well, if you still focus on that and not, your eyes need to be rolling back or something. I don't need you to be all that much focused. I need you to be damn near unconscious. So no. I don't know.
All right. Let me give you guys my thoughts. But the real estate insider says when I was young, it was fun. But now it's too much goddamn work and too much going on. I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. Ironically, when I was younger, this was something that I enjoyed, no problem whatsoever, and for a couple of reasons. One, Tasha talked about modifying a position. When I think of 69, in my youth, I did think about hoisting somebody up. That was the fun part about it, walking around, wearing legs for earmuffs, will show you dominance or whatnot, because I think laying down is a fat lazy man's way of doing it. But okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Plus when I was younger, I was more adventurous sexually. I took more chances. I was more open to, trying different things. Plus I was less discriminating. I had many a tart pussy in my face and I just didn't care back then. Now that I'm older, hygiene and all those other things. So when Mr. Insider says that it's too much going on, that's where I am at now. Now, these two people on the bottom left corner, they're in love. They're in a monogamous, safe relationship. That's when it's beautiful. Right. When you can trust yourself with your partner, and then because you love each other, it even eliminates that competition thing that Tasha's talking about, because you want to please the other person, obviously. Right. Now, as a single man, I don't give a damn if she gets pleased or not. I am trying to get mine. So if she not sucking my dick properly and bringing me up, then what am I down there kissing her stinking tuna for? So with that said, plus they don't wash their assholes and everything else and stuff. So it is way too much going down there. And with the monkeypox, now you got to crack a motherfucker's ass open and look at it too. Not just the pussy. You got to look at everything now. So it's just what's going on.
That's like celebrating on your phone.
You know what, man? We already 15 minutes in. Our trade is off the rail.
Things change as you get older.
And you are right about that. Things do change when you get older. You really don't want to do all that other stuff. That's a little bit more extra. I know it may sound boring and vanilla, but you right. You do kind of get set in your ways, I guess, sexually.
Absolutely.
But I know y'all like the youngins. We're one of the youngins is like, you know what I mean? Like you feeling Are you going to? If she wants to do that, you want to do that?
Oh, you talking about if it's a young Philly? If it's a young Philly want to get down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do a little extra in the gym that week. I'll be all right.
See,
Yeah, I'll be all right that week. You hear me say that week?
Shante, you got to crack them open now, just like an egg. Yes, you do.
like crab legs. You got to crack them over like crab legs.
It's real out here, y'all. It's real. I got a good one for y'all next. Have y'all seen the scenario of the guy who he's in a hotel room and he invites a girl and he thought he was going to get it? If you haven't seen this, I'm going to play this clip in its entirety. And because then I just want to know a simple question after I play this clip. Who do you think was wrong? But I got a couple of interesting comments before I move forward. The insider says I tried every position I saw on Booty Talk 19. I know about that Booty Talk.
I know about that BT too, bro. I know about that BT too, brother.
That right there is a porno connoisseur. The fact that he mentioned Booty Talk and then he said 19. He know what he's talking about. He's trying to show out. Those days are gone. LOL, I work smarter, not harder. Bravo, my brother. Bravo.
But that position ain't even just freaky. It's just regular. It's just regular. It's not, you're not doing anything. All you're doing at the same time, if you are giving oral, you're just doing it at the same time. That's it. It's not anything special.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna disagree with you.
It's basic. It's not anything special. You ain't doing nothing spectacular. It's nothing extra. You're just giving head at the same time. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I disagree.
I agree with that.
I actually disagree. And so now keep in mind, this is my best friend on this earth, but I have told her, and I'll tell her in front of everybody, she be doing way too damn much, way too damn soon. So this is
you eat pussy, so it's please walk me through your thought process on this.
So we're gonna put something out here now. So I don't eat every pussy. Now you know that.
Right.
You know, but what is now you say like you thought pretty much giving head was standard, right?
I did, yeah.
So that's the difference. Tasha don't mind sucking some dick, you know.
Not at all, because I thought that's what we were all supposed to be doing. Are we not all supposed to be giving head? Are we not supposed to be doing that?
That's why I love her, and I love that God makes.
I don't know about Tasha.
Because I don't. If you're gonna give someone your pussy anyway, why wouldn't you just offer up your throat just as a help?
Bravo,
I mean, it all goes together.
Bravo. She should be teaching that in every college, university, high school, and everything else. Bravo.
No, because it's a part of sex.
All right, look, you get no argument out of me. I'm just sitting here telling you, and I've told her to this face, that a lot of women don't feel that way. I've had to trick, cajole, scheme, lie, and everything else to get them nasty, filthy bitches to suck some dick. You know, I had to lower their inhibitions with liquor, alcohol, and sometimes a good clunk upside the head to make sure that I got it out of them. So
good Lord.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
That was a joke, guys. Viewers.
No, it is not.
He was joking.
No, it's not. Shante said, yeah, Tasha, that's a part of it. I love y'all. Because a lot of women, they will try to run that game, and then you got the ones where I've never done it before. You're going to do it this time.
Man, but I think,
I ain't good at it. Well, you can learn and practice right here. So.
From the male perspective, I know I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't giving every woman head that I was.
Shante, Tasha, for me, it's not regular smuggler. It really is. Look, I would kiss all around that box, but and these even some of them that they didn't necessarily have to be taught. That's just not something I did every time. You know, just be honest with you. Now, keep in mind, this was my Superman days when I knew I could put my hands on my hip and stand up in it, and I was still king of the castle. Now, as an older fat man, I realized that I might have to work a little harder. But then there's old man tricks too now. You know, you lick a little bit, poke a little bit. You know, 2 in the stink and 1 in the pink. So
You know what? You know what? I think I'm about to sign off this thing. Really? Oh.
What's up, Terrence?
What's up, Terrence?
It on the old man gang. You put 2 in that pink and 1 in the stink. You ain't got to do too much more than that.
What's the next question? What's the next question?
Look at this.
Next topic, like DJ Sullivan. Next topic.
All right. We moving forward. Oh my God. See, I was trying to leave this subject alone, you know. Y'all making me hang around.
No, don't put that on us. That was on you. Don't do that.
That man know what he talking about. Some coochie
That
is
was
worth
not
a stick,
her.
but not worth a lick.
See, and y'all talking about women, ladies with these selfish son of a bitches, don't y'all? If they don't lick it, then you don't suck it. That's just how it goes.
That's where you got to be skilled. Shantae said, I've never done it before. Equal, I've done it, but your penis smells or looks weird. It's too cold and I just don't want to.
Wait a minute, Shantae. What are you talking about?
She's right. She's right.
Telling too much.
Shantae giving away free game, huh? That's free game right there, huh, Shantae?
She's giving game. You are so right, Shantae. And I thank God I was always skilled enough to get around those excuses because you got one of them holes is getting something in it. If you cross this threshold, one of them holes is getting something in it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So you can pick and choose which hole, but one of them holes gonna get stuff. But okay, let me move on to the next thing.
Right.
All right. Okay. Look, can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me play this video, and I want to play it from its entirety.
All the way up. So let me explain to y'all. Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months. You feel me? I done spent damn near 5 days on this. You talking about she don't want nobody touching her. Man, you got me up. You mean when you can leave? First of all, hold up. First she told me she don't even fly spirit, right? She told me she don't fly spirit. Like she just like okay, so I get her Delta. That's damn near 600-700 last minute, right? So plus her bags, check-in, all that shit. We go get her Uber, all that shit. Then I'm getting there at 2 G's already. So we get here. First night I'm being a whole gentleman. I've been a whole gentleman. Have I not been a gentleman to you though? Have I not done anything? You should have knew what it was if I threw you out here though.
Notice he said first night he was a gentleman.
So y'all, this is the Instagram model. You know what? Ain't even be no petty ass. Put your name on it like that. Okay, so why from halfway across the country knowing you don't want to on that? I ain't say you did. You know what it was though. You knew what it was. I spent 5 G's on you. What you talking about? 5 G's. What you talking about? So look, she didn't did. Oh, let me talk. Shut up. So you have to go eat, right? So Shelly tomorrow she happy. So Shelly, call him. Pack all this shit. I'll help you. I'll help you leave. Pack all this bum shit up. Pack all this shit. Pack all that shit up. It's not even about it's really about the money because it ain't about nothing. You feel me? It ain't about nothing. So listen, we get off the fucking flight. Let me tell a story. We get off the fucking flight. Somebody, we go back to the room. Well, she like, I'm hungry. I'm all right. Well, let's go to a little restaurant or something. I'm trying to get her something to eat. She like, oh, nah, I only eat the best. I want some crab legs. Yes or nothing. So we go to the restaurant. I'm ordering steak with crab legs. I'm buying all that shit, though, being a pure gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Being a real. So I spent damn near 5 G's on this shit already. You can leave. You can go. Yes, I'll help you. Pack this shit up. You can get the all out. Get all your shit. Pack all it. It's already packed. Yes. Tell them how much money I spent though. Tell them how much money I spent. I can get some. It ain't enough for me to call. I got another coming through. So you can leave. You can get the out. Get your shit. Been here 2 days. 2 days talking about all nobody touching me. Ain't on her period. None of that.
She been there 2 days, y'all.
Ain't on her period, nothing. What you do? You gonna whip me? You gonna do beat me up? Please, come on now, get your goofy ass out of here. You got me all the way up. Like, you better chill. Like, you know, it's other stuff that don't really get on your ass for that. Can you get the out? Can you get the out? Can you get the? I can get my money any day, baby. That money, nothing, baby. I hope that 5 years is worth it. Lame man, you look out, put your Instagram on here, y'all. If you keep talking, I'm gonna tell everybody what your Instagram is. Yes, please leave. Get the out. Bye, 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 bye. Get back home. Catch your ass over. Where you going? You don't even know where you went. Bye. Okay, bye. No bum ass out of here.
Wow, folks. Wow, folks. That's a lot to unpack.
It is a lot to unpack.
That's a lot to unpack in there. So I hope you picked up on, the gist of it is easy. Guy brings a girl out to a hotel, but I want to make sure you guys understand a couple of key points there now. She's been there 2 days. She's not on her cycle. He done took her out to eat. He's been a gentleman, everything. And he didn't post her face on Instagram, but he's calling her out because he feel like, you're right, Lamb, that this is an intense situation that she ain't putting out, and he's angry. Who's in the wrong here?
They both are.
Okay, come on, elaborate, Tasha. Lamb says, first of all, I ain't about to spend no damn $5,000 on no first meetup.
Exactly. Right.
I'm
That's
saying
right.
they're both in the wrong in this sense. You're both in the wrong that, number one, you didn't have a fucking agreement before she came out. You're both in the wrong in the sense that you bring her here, you don't have that agreement, that conversation evidently doesn't come up even on the first day. At the airport, you didn't discuss this beforehand. She's in the wrong because you people can get mad all they want to. It can be unpopular. It's 2022. If a man flies you out, you have to understand it is for the sole purpose of fucking. That is what you were doing. You were taking the whole show on the road. That is the purpose of it. And again, it doesn't even have to be that deep, all like the other details and everything. No, y'all are both wrong because you didn't understand this from the very beginning. They both should have played their hand a little bit better. But also, as a woman, if you are going to take that chance by going out to meet someone for the first time, you have to know they're gonna want something. And so that's why you have to be prepared to be able to move on your own independently if a situation like this arises. Just for your own self-respect. And again, I use that loosely because again, the purpose of you, even if he's giving you all this money and everything, there's something that's going to have to be given in return, because you can't reasonably sit here and make me believe that y'all are just trying to establish a relationship. Not like that.
Okay. Well, Lamb says amen. He even liked that expression, taking that show on the road. Shantae says, jokes aside, she put herself in a terrible situation that could have ended way worse.
Exactly.
So I agree. Okay. Anybody else feel different than Tasha? That is one or the other, or is it a consensus that is both of them are wrong?
I'm gonna say I agree with most of what Tasha said, but with a couple of things. If this dude flew her out, why are y'all at a damn hotel? Don't you got your own spot? So why you having to pay for a hotel if you flying her out? That brought to my mind. And then secondly, if y'all been, first of all, she's an IG model, from what he said. So you already know what she about. So you kind of played yourself, player, because you wasn't the only one probably in her DMs. You probably was the only one fool enough to fly her out without not getting what's up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been communicating on IG. You didn't say, hey, baby, now I'm gonna fly you out, but you know what's up when you get here, right? Come on, bro. So you played yourself. To me, he looks lame. To me, that's some high school stuff, what he did. I'm like, you get mad and throw a temper tantrum because she didn't give you no skins. But as an adult, y'all should have talked about this. And she kind of, she know what the game was. So she's an IG model, bro. This wasn't her first rodeo. You ain't the first one she didn't got flued out for.
Okay.
You think she care about getting a little embarrassed on you posting that, she ain't tripping because guess what? It's 500 more in her DM gonna do the same doggone thing, brother. You played yourself at the end of the day.
I don't disagree with anything you say. Shantae say as adults, that's a conversation you must have before anything. Lamb says, I would have definitely known if I was getting some before spending that much money.
Right.
Okay. Hannah, Bert, what do you guys say about this scenario?
I'll say this. So I saw that, and then I saw the other video where he actually took her to the airport.
Oh, that's the same one, Hannah, when he took her to the airport?
I thought those were two different ones.
Oh, they're two different ones.
Yeah, I think those are two different ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought it was both. I'll say this about this situation. One, I kind of agree. They both were wrong, but he said, I listened to everything he said. He said they were talking for months.
Correct.
So there's no way if y'all talking for months that no sexting came up. Let's be real. So she might have. I really think, and I know it might be devil's advocate. I don't care. I really think that within those 3 months, because months is a minute, they ain't just talked before he flew her out. It's been a while. I really think in between those months they was talking, there's no way no sexting went on. Come on, we know what day and age we in right now. I really don't believe there was no talk. But I guess she felt like, well, now I'm here. I went to bed. She did not have to give up the draws. But like Tasha said, let's be real. If I put you on a plane, you need to be spreading equal. Day 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like, we know that. Like, let's be real. 5K? It's either walls or jaws.
Yeah, he's a fool for that.
Walls or jaws, I like it.
Money, and I wouldn't have spent that. And then he's also keen and said, I gave you money last week. So you got money before you came, money once you came. And Kenny, I'll say this: the hotel thing. If I knew you on IG, I don't care how long you talking, you're not coming to my house.
She making a
that makes sense, but most dudes don't really care about that.
Hannah, you bring out a lot of good points that I'm loving that you caught all of that. Shantae says on the side note, how horrible is your game that you spending thousands and still ain't even get to smell it?
Can I say one thing though?
No, please, come on.
If he thought he was getting something though, I'm gonna tell you that because I play the background. Why y'all got double beds?
I caught that as well. I caught that as you stealing a lot of my thunder.
Had he did something to that room and made it presentable.
You stealing a lot of my thunder.
5K, give me my language. But come on.
I guess that's the thing, because I've seen a lot of like the talks that the girls who do this do. They have those specific rules that they do set out. Well, we can get a hotel room, but we're not going to stay in the same bed. So that's why there's not 2 separate beds. And then also it's like, is it even like a romantic type of deal? Like it's still a game, and she's playing the game. She's just trying to do it a little bit better than him. But you can't do that because you're not in the position of power. You're not.
Okay.
So that's all.
And she ain't got no class. She wanted to take her to a 5-star restaurant. She said, I want crab legs. Girl.
Good. Y'all bring out a lot of good points. Bert, what you want to add to this? What do you want to add to this, Brother Bert?
I mean, everybody had great points. I mean, it's not too much more that I can add. But at the end of the day, you know what it is. You're an IG model. You showing your ass. You selling this. You putting all this out there. Really, it's like pussy for sale. Let's be straight up. You know what I mean? No, for real, it is. It is.
That's not true.
It is true. And when you get picked by these bulls to fly you through, you better know that you better break them leaks open. Straight up. We can go through the semantics and we should have talked about it. Come on, bitch. You know what it is. If I'm flying you out, come on. You know, like come on, you know what time it is.
Right. You
never want to dine you and do all that other stuff, but come on, you know what it is. Every woman knows what it is. Like that's stop playing. You know what I mean? If a woman flying me out, I'm not gonna say, we're just gonna have dinner, see what's up with this, and that's it. And have a great time, hold hands, go to the movies. No. We know what's up.
Let me.
My part.
I love it.
My opinion about it.
You guys already brought out to me all of the relevant points, and I love how Hannah picked up on even the little incidental stuff. They had been talking for months. You had 2 separate beds. Tasha, you gave a brilliant explanation for why that would probably be the case, which even to me makes sense. So I don't have a problem with them being in the hotel, because on both ends, she would want to feel safe, and maybe he got a girlfriend. Maybe this is a side piece thing that you meet out there. Maybe they're meeting someplace, on a trip, a place. That's what it is. He's the amount of money he spent, all of those things. Y'all bring out all of the relevant points. Let me tell a little short story about an ex of mine, and this is long before the Instagram era was even in effect. So this we couldn't put anybody on Instagram or nothing like that. But I wanted to show you how, for me, my logic, it's always been this way. I had an ex that I talk about frequently on here who I was in love with, absolutely, positively in love with. I speak so highly of her. I adored her. Think she's a beautiful woman, everything. When I actually met her, I met her over the phone. I didn't meet her. The circumstances were I was supposed to keep her company while my boy was fucking her friend. So my job was to keep her on the phone while my boy was going to hit. And so it's what started out as me just kind of filling up time. I ended up falling in love over a period of 6 weeks, literally through conversation, because I end up during the conversation, keeping this young lady on the phone, discovered in the conversation, we had lots in common. I enjoyed her conversation. And by the time that literally second night ended, we talked every single day, every single night. And before I physically met her, we had talked maybe 6 weeks or so where I actually had not met her. So the day was finally going to come when they was going to travel from Little Rock to Memphis, and we were going to meet for the very first time. Now, keep in mind, at this time, having talked to her for 6 weeks, I was already in love with her. I already knew that I was in love with this woman. She just was everything I wanted at that time. So the only thing I could hope for was that I would find her attractive. And what's even worse and more scary is I hope she would find me attractive. Now, obviously, I had already asked my boy, what does she look like? So I was relying completely on his description, which he had said, partner, she's your type. And at that type, he tried my type. She was a yellow bone, thin, nice little body, athletic frame. He said, she's your type. But again, till you lay your eyes on her, you don't know. Let's fast forward. They pull up in my yard. I open up the door. She's getting out of the vehicle. I'm seeing her with my own eyes for the very first time. I was completely smitten. She was beautiful, attractive, everything. The moment I put my arms around and hugged and squeezed her ass, because that's the way I greeted you back then. I did squeeze her ass. You got to get right to it. So my thing is, the moment I squeezed her ass, I was in love. I was absolutely in love. Now, here's the kicker that's related to this story. Knowing she was coming to visit me, she and I had a conversation, and we made a side bet. I told her, I'm going to get that pussy night one. She said, you are not. Now, they came in, we did our little thing. Let's just say here, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, my boy and the chick he was with ended up opening the door, and I was facing that pussy. I was in that pussy. And they stood in the doorway, and I handled my business. I didn't give a damn who was standing behind me. Now, technically, she will tell you she won because this happened to be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So to her recollection, she didn't sleep with me until the next day. I still count that until that sun rose. That's all a part of that same day for me. I got that pussy. I'm not telling y'all this story. I only talked to her for 6 weeks. There was no way on this earth that she was going to come visit me, and I had a weekend laid out and planned to lay the red carpet out without us having discussed sex, because she had to know she was going to be sleeping in the same room with me, in the same bed with me. And since I'm not a faggot and I love pussy, you gonna get touched. And you likely gonna get that pussy eaten. And once some draws come off, I can't control what Jimmy Mack gonna do down here. So you gonna have to get that pussy beat. Are you clear and understanding with this?
Oh.
And so she came with full knowledge, knowing that this was pretty much what's going to happen. So when I look at a situation like this, some fucking 25 years later, and this guy's spending $5,000, he's a damn fool. I applaud this young woman.
Yeah, he's a
Charge
fool.
to the game because, as you guys so eloquently brought out, she's IG model. I'm sure that this is not the first nigga throw herself at her. She's used to being spent like that. Now they covered her face. She looked like she had a nice little body. She looked like I tried to figure out whether she was white or black. Where she talked, she seemed black. She seemed like a light-skinned, yellow bone kind of talk, but she said she's used to eating the best. And then she called her friend. She gonna leave, you know. She played him properly. And the truth of the matter is, here's what a lot of guys don't want to hear. If you've been talking to her for months, now you said, honey, there's no way that sex didn't come up. Here's where I'm gonna tell you how that can happen. A lot of these younger cats, they rely on innuendo, smiley faces, sending emojis and everything, instead of getting on a grown man and asking about that pussy straight up. And so what he did for months, I guarantee you, is he never had a real conversation about sex. He assumed. And we know what they say about assuming. He made an ass of himself. He promised her the world, and she told him everything he needed to hear. And the truth of the matter is, to Tasha's point, in this day and age, real talk, if you talking to somebody, especially you meet on IG, my opinion, or whatever the hell you meet them at, I don't give a damn if you meet them at the grocery store. If you ain't asking about that pussy when them first 1 or 2 conversation, you already been placed into the friend zone. She know what she got in you. She know you a duck. You already spending money on her before you ever smelled the pussy, to Shantae's point. So she knew coming into this, I got me a duck. What made it even worse is when you got there, here, you making this video and she had already been there two nights. The very first night that you didn't claim that pussy, you did yourself in, bro. You got nobody to blame. You a damn fool.
And I would say this, and you right, Black, and I would say this to brothers that want to do this. You're not exposing them. The woman is not looking bad. You the one looking like a lame when y'all post this. So you think you posting this video and you calling the women out? Actually, bro, you look like a lame. So why do you even post it? Why you even record it? First of all, so that's my thing. I'm like, man, dudes, y'all just some lame ass dudes. Yeah, I don't get it.
You didn't embarrass her.
No, you embarrassed yourself.
You know, come on, brother Bert.
Yeah, with that, I was looking at it twofold. That was lame for him doing that, but also that was protection for him. In this case, she might say he did something to her or whatever. But I think it went to call her and embarrass her to. It went a different direction. But when I first saw it, I think
I can see what you're saying, Bert. But obviously she didn't though. So for him, he was doing this to expose her. It wasn't protecting him. He was like, yeah, y'all see this? I know what you're saying, it looked crazy. But I get what you're saying, though.
In this day and age, you know, because like Shantae said, it could have went way left. And this is, in this day and age, a way to, as proof that, hey, I didn't touch her, I didn't hurt her, I put her out and things like that. So I get that. I want to read Terrence's comment real quick. Terrence says he should have called an escort service or paid a prostitute and he would have gotten what he wanted and save some money, because that's what most of these ID models are anyway, overpriced escorts.
That's true.
I agree. He could have kept it simple.
He could have kept it simple, right?
You know, Shantae,
I don't know. Like in this case,
go ahead,
Black. No, go ahead. I was just gonna say that in this case, had it gone left, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have blamed him. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have blamed him. I'm not advocating rape, but I wouldn't have blamed him if he would have taken it that far.
Wow.
I wouldn't have blamed him one bit, because you can't play with people like that. You cannot do that.
To that point, Lamb, you're right. Of course, she was giving sexual vibes.
Of course, yeah. Of course, she was doing that.
Assumed. So she said all. That's what I'm saying. She said all of the right things. Now, let me say this. I've never raped a woman ever. Rape is one of the most vile acts that I can think of. I always felt this way.
Outside of child pedophile.
I was going to say, fucking with elderly or children is right there above rape. And I've always felt this way, and that's because they're giving pussy away, and you can pay for it as a service. Right. It's been around for forever, so there's never a reason to take some pussy. And even though I affectionately call them nasty, filthy, no good bitches, I mean that with the greatest amount of love and respect, you know, because I like bitches and hoes. I happen to be a hoe, so I'm putting myself in that category too. Having said that, now, I taking the pussy, Tasha, never would have happened. Now, this is where I would have got myself in trouble. But the thing of it is, it would have happened night one. Now, would I drag that bitch out by her heels? No doubt about it. Would I burn up all her filthy little rags in that suitcase? You goddamn right. Would I take her purse and put my feet in the back of the lower part of her back where I got her hair and kick that bitch out into the hallway? Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. So that's where I would have got myself in trouble, not sexually assaulting her, but I don't even know how this could happen, but some kind of way, let's say if there was that big of understanding, I would have to snatch her up a little bit. And for the record, folks, I've had those incidences too. Tasha knows this from my background. I'll tell y'all another short story. Got me stories now. We had this white girl come all the way from out of town to visit in Memphis. Me and my boy, one of my female friends, Daracel, came out for the story, was there. White girl was bad. We had every intention of getting that pussy. She said all the right things. She came and all that good stuff. And we go out to the club, kicked it. She bent over. She did her thing. We grooved her up. We leave in the club. We stop off at Denny's or whatever one of the restaurants. We ate some breakfast food, get a little energy in us. The thought was we going home to fuck. She talked all through the dinner about how she used the breakfast, how she used to having the best of this and the best of that, blah, blah, blah. Now it's time to get in the car. You know, so the question was asked at that point, you know, this is about going down, right? Now, again, we made that mistake of assuming. She started talking shit. Daracel and the girl was in the back seat. My boy was driving. I'm in the passenger seat. I looked around and I said to her, I said, sweetheart, you need to really be careful. You need to be careful about what you're saying here. She started popping shit. My nephew pulled over on the side of the highway and we slung that bitch out on the highway. we pulled off and we left. And she was not from that state. She had not been at that state. We went and took our monkey asses home and ate and went to sleep. Daracel was screaming and hollering, please don't leave her. Please don't leave her. Please don't leave her. That was a done deal. I warned that bitch. So I can sit here and tell you with 100% certainty, if some kind of way somebody came here from out of town visiting and some kind of way our signals got crossed and you say you ain't gonna let me fill up one of them 3 holes, you getting drug up out of here. And I'm gonna drag you up out of here in a way that it ain't gonna be advantageous. I'm burning your fucking clothes or throwing them bitches down the incinerator. Oh, no doubt about it. I'm putting your ass out with nowhere to go. You're going to have to fucking suck to get back home some kind of way.
Oh, my. Good Lord, have mercy.
Don't play with people that's the message. Don't play with people because you don't know how far that they are willing to take it. Don't play with people.
And let me say this, man. Let me say this real quick. I don't want to get too serious. I think as a man, sometimes your thought process would change when you have a daughter, and I have one. So when I listen to these scenarios, I'm like, and when I watch this stuff on there, I'm like, how would I feel if a dude, even if my daughter may be a little bit wrong, I don't want her to be disrespected and talked to like that. So I would say to these brothers that get finessed, that's on you. You get played, but don't disrespect nobody's daughter. That's somebody man's daughter. So don't do that.
And so for that reason, guess what? My son's little sister, who came to stay with me here about a couple of months ago, I've done everything in my power from when she was little and young and a teenager to start liking boys to turn her on to a game as best I know how. To your point, Kenny, to never put yourself in that situation because I can't be there.
Right, exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, while I agree with the principle,
no, I agree with you saying.
My thing is, I used an expression earlier. You have to charge some shit to the game because
Right.
Even her, if she go out there and play that game to win
It's on her.
and finesse.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get
why
it.
First 48 had them episodes.
No, I get that, Black, but I'm just saying, like, when you got these lame dudes, he's putting that stuff on social media to try to make this, you know, and I'm not saying she was right. She definitely was some wrong. But I mean, that's somebody's daughter, though, bro. Come on,
I agree
bro.
with you. That's why I feel, and that's spoken like a man who have daughters and have that affection. I agree with you. But this is why I said about for her to make that trip, she already knew what she was dealing with.
Yep.
Yeah.
She had been dealing with him for months. He had already spent money on her. Like to your point, Tasha, she probably told him on the front end how many beds gonna be there. You know, when she checked in and she saw 2 beds, she knew what she was dealing with. This is night 2 before he even said something.
Right.
You know, we know if we was playing Black Card Revoked, one of the cards would say, "What type of meal is crabs and steak?" That's pussy. That's pussy. When you order from that side of the menu, the lobster, the crab, and the steak, that's pussy.
That is true.
That's a pussy meal. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all have a question? I saw what she packed, maybe because I be nosy. I don't think she packed the stuff that he brought. He said he spent $5K. I don't think she took that stuff with her. She was packing the stuff she came with.
I couldn't see.
I couldn't tell.
But here's the thing: most of those little outfits, but most of those were a little skimpy. Again, I'm with you. You bring up a lot of good points.
But
you know what I'm saying? But my thing, the real estate says, Shaw say that all the time. Thank you. You know, it's certain things that it's a rule that if you order those, that's unspoken. If I'm in a restaurant or room, whatever, and the moment I look over and say, "Well, sweetheart, what you want to eat?" and she said, "Oh, get me the steak and lobster," that's when this is when
that the antenna go up.
Because it's kind of
you going over there.
It's kind of unspoken. You know, when we talking about $22, $23, okay, I'll absorb that. When you start getting to $40 and $50 and shit like that, this is me saying, so you know,
now,
you suck.
If she pays the bill, do you still think you're supposed to get ass?
Say what?
If she pays the bill, do you think you're still supposed to get ass?
Not. Then she's eliminated the food part.
Right.
But her coming, that food. That's to me. That'll benefit to me. But it's just an understood that if I'm paying for crabs and lobster, you're gonna have to suck and fuck. It's just an unwritten rule. It's just those are dishes that's synonymous with fucking.
And I want to say this to Kenny's point that you said that, you know, like that's someone's daughter, but I think that you're also looking at it kind of biased too, because as a woman who is the only daughter, I know better than to put myself in that position. I know better.
Oh,
but
I
my
get
dad
that.
gave me that game. And again, that's not a little girl, that's a grown ass woman.
Playing a grown ass game.
I get that, guys, but that's still somebody's daughter.
I understand.
That's all I'm saying. You know, because and she's wrong too. But I'm just saying we can't make this videos with black men disrespecting black women make it seem to be cool, even if they are wrong. I
guess for me though, I've killed that part of my conscience a long time ago. Cause if you know all the shit that I've done to somebody's daughter, I'm probably already way past that.
That's a whole nother top. That's a whole nother show.
You know,
that's a whole nother show.
I want to make sure I get Candace this point in there. The candy shop says, what if something happened that made her not want to do it? I know being on a trip that may be expected, but if the vibe is off, I wouldn't do it. I would also have my own money to leave. Brilliant points, Candace. I hadn't considered that. You're right, Candace, to bring that point up, because we all know, as y'all two women on the thing, just like a man can talk himself into some pussy, we can talk ourselves out of it as well.
Yeah, not for 2 days. Not for 2 days.
You can't talk out for 2 days.
No. Well, so this is where I'm giving her point, a little credit, that I didn't think about that.
Right.
She could have had intention to fuck him.
And he did something
And got
stupid.
there, and
Yep.
she could have realized
Uh-huh.
he's stupid. Night one.
Right.
And night two, he even more dumb. Ain't no way I'm giving this guy no pussy.
Right.
I see. This is why I love Tasha, because she gonna fuck regardless. I love
agree
that.
with that.
You know, I love that. But
No, on the first night, if I go with the intention of already knowing that I'm gonna fuck him, and if I get there and he's stupid, I'm not even staying any longer. I'm not even gonna give it until the second night till he's dumb. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm agreeing with you because it's you. But how many women, if he's already spending, there's for every one of you, there's 100 that will say this nigga already spending, so I might as well
go ahead.
Say? You see a fool, bump his head.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So I agree with you. So to Candace's point, she says, I would have my own money because to you, you would have said, you know what? I've seen enough. I'm ready to go. I can leave. But she might not have the money. All those different things, you know, could have been a factor in there.
But you never go anywhere broke.
Shantae says he did all that, and she probably called up another dummy she was dealing. Shantae, that's another that is absolutely
right. That's
when I said about putting her out and she gonna have to fuck to get home. She still has to get home. So you are so right, because now, unless it's a woman or she does have all money, whoever get her home, nothing in this world is free. Nothing is free, and he probably gonna say, you know, so shit, what I'm gonna get out of it, you know, unless she have a good male friend like me, you know.
You ain't no good male friend like
I
me.
am a great male friend. I am a great male friend. What they say, first night, get it fresh. Absolutely.
Crab legs and steak does not mean open legs to me. Because I can buy that my damn self.
Let me get some chicken tenders.
It's not whether you can buy it yourself. It's the principle. It's the principle of that thing that you're ordering a meal that goes above the norm. That to me that's black card revolt shit here, Hunter. That you know that's understood that you ordering from the side of the menu that requires some put out, baby.
Nope.
You know. Nope. I'm looking at the smile on your fiance's face, and
we didn't even do it immediately. We had a little. How many months we had?
Steak and crabs either.
Yikes!
That's what was that movie Friday? That's my dog.
Friday. You know, Smokey. Yeah.
But after more than one day, we still didn't have sex yet.
Hunter, remember when old boy got knocked out in Friday? What Smokey said, that's my dog.
I don't need steak to open my legs. I can make it at home.
I understand your point, but you gotta understand that's Owen right there. You know what I'm saying? Shante say you don't travel without your own money though. You're always supposed to keep that's a lesson my mom taught my sisters. I got 5 sisters. And I distinctly remember her telling them when they were little girls, young girls, you don't ever go anywhere without having your way back. Yeah. And I remember an episode of Good Times, you know, where Thelma was going on a date. And Florida says, all right, James, you got $1 to get home and a dime to call me if you can't reach me. She literally said this in an episode of Good Times, and that was filmed back in the 70s. So these are cardinal rules that's being broke by this new generation, that they're playing a game. And it to Shantae's point earlier, this could have went left in so many different ways. But to Kenny's point, dude, we took up the whole show dealing with this. Dude, you didn't play her. You played yourself by
At the end of the day, he played himself. Exactly.
You should have took that. When I say charge it to the game,
exactly.
We're men. We all been got. Every man on this panel right now, been got before, and that's some shit you keep to yourself.
You're right. Exactly.
You take me on that one.
Take that L and keep it moving.
You take it moving,
and don't do it again.
When I first split up with my ex-wife, and I was single and hunting them streets on Mississippi Boulevard in Memphis. And I remember one night I got my dick sucked and the chick climbed in the back seat And she said, no, come in the back seat. And I crawled in the back seat and she gave me some head. I was happy as a runaway slave. I dropped her off and got home. And when I got home, took my stuff out, she beat me for $400. That was the most expensive head job I ever paid for. She pocketed me for $400. And that's why I've been punished. Y'all want to see how Black was born? I was Freddie in that moment. That's how Black was born. I put this on everything I hold dear. She beat me for $400 that night. I went back out looking for that bitch, but being that I had picked her up off them streets, I didn't, you know. Just saying. I did. I combed them streets. I never seen that woman ever again. She beat me 400. I was angry, but I had to charge it to the game. And I made the decision that, okay, if this is how they doing it, and I put this on everything, God strike me down. From that moment on, I never paid more than $20 for head. And most time, if I gave a bitch $20, she had to give me a sample of that head, and she'd have to give me 13 of them dollars back because I told her it was worth $7. I beat as many bitches I can over them years for that $400 that y'all got. I got them bitches back in over time. $7, $10, and if you're gonna do me and my boy, that's a 20, and that can include sucking and fucking. That means all night. We ain't gonna be on no clock. Not gonna be on no clock.
They didn't get you.
How the hell did you know what, Black? You know what, bro?
Mississippi Boulevard, Jackson Avenue, Chelsea Avenue in Memphis, Lamar Avenue. Them streets paid for them $400 and then something.
He got them bitches that didn't get their money up front. So what he would do is when he would drop them off, he would give them whatever it was he was gonna give them. And so then you can't argue with it. You didn't get your money up front.
Candace, that's right. No $40 up front with me. My thing was, let me take you. You have to know what you're doing. First of all, let me get you back to my place where I'm in control, and I'm gonna need a sample of that head at first anyway. If it's good, then okay, we got a deal. Let's keep on going. But if all I wanted was head, then I would say it wasn't that good, and here's $7. If it was real good, here's $10. But I was angry that girl beat me for $400, and I had to charge it to the game.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
When y'all, I just want to say one thing. When y'all say travel with money, that is not just for when you getting flued out with a man. That's on a girls trip, a family trip, or anything. Because people go on these girls trips and have no money either. Like, that's across the board. And I don't think people realize that. I was just piggybacking on that. That's even if you go to the mall, anywhere, just always have a way to get home. I agree.
Shauna, you said math ain't matching. I look at it like this, Shante. I think about that $400 if it was sitting in an account, how much interest it would have compounded over time. So I have to take out interest and penalties on punishing them bitches on these streets for how much she got me.
What?
He
paid it forward.
That's a true story. That's how I invented the character Black. I sat down and because I was a good dude. I was just innocently out there trying to get my dick sucked. I wasn't trying to take advantage.
Innocently out there trying to get your penis sucked. Okay. Yeah, that's innocent, Jack. That's innocent, Black. Yeah, that's innocent.
Yo, look. My wife was gone. I was lonely. Shit, I didn't know where to begin, where to start. I was terrified. I picked up something, and she took advantage of me and created a monster. She created a monster.
So Barbara would pick up your origin story. The day I became Black.
You need to write a book, really. You do need to write a book.
I sat down and I thought, if this is how they gonna do me, I can't be a nice guy. My nephew, he said, you too nice. And I sat there and I said, well, I'm gonna create an alter ego, and what name can I call myself that would kind of have a little bit of danger to it, but it would be indescript where they can't find me. I came up with the name Black. That's how Black was created. And I took it for a test run initially. I asked women that I met, would you rather call me Freddie or Black? And it was hands down, wasn't even close. The name Black is just hit like nobody's business. I had hair on my head at the time. My wife had been asking me to shave my head. I reinvented myself. I shaved my head off, and the looks I got when I went bald made me never go back. And all of a sudden, I was walking around here with a new identity. I was bald. I was fit. I had a dangerous name. And yes, indeed, Black was born.
You are hilarious, brother. You are hilarious.
Anyway, unfortunately, we only got to those couple of topics, but as you guys know, sometimes the show takes on a life of its own. If you've enjoyed this show, if you've enjoyed this content, we pick these topics from a place you can join. TFG's His and Hers Relationship Perspectives on Facebook. Join. This is where we're finding this material at, in case you don't know. Be a part of the conversation. We do this on a regular basis. I'll continue to do this. Join TFG's platform of shows where you can be a part of all of these types of conversations. And I can tell you, there is something for everybody. And if my brother from another mother don't mind telling you where you can find content just like this, I would appreciate him telling you about the whole TFG family.
Most definitely. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I wish we could have got to another one, but man, this was good conversation, because I think, those videos, like those controversial videos that you played, it sparks a whole lot of conversation and makes you think, so it's cool. I love the show. But you can find my guy Lee Black, my girl Tasha, Real Talk for Real Men on Wednesdays and Sundays. You can catch them here on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch them Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sundays, again, going to be a little bit more lighthearted. We're going to have a little bit more fun. Then on Wednesdays, tackle a little bit more serious topics, mixed in with a little humor as well to make you think. Don't have to think like us, but just want to make you think. You can catch them on Sundays and Wednesdays. Then on Fridays and Sundays, the Real Estate Insider, he's in these comments somewhere. He's got a whole bunch of different aliases. But the Real Estate Insider, Lamar Falk, the Barry Gordy of this ship, you can catch him on Friday nights. He goes live, I believe, at around 9:30. And on Sundays, he goes live around 8:30, somewhere around there. You can check him out. He's going through celebrity homes and whatever's the trending topics. He's going to take you through some homes, and you can check it out. Some of them going to be furnished. Some of them won't be. Some of them may be even foreclosed on. But you can check out on some of these celebrity homes on the Real Estate Insider with Lamar Falk on Fridays and Sundays. Then on Sunday nights as well, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Rue and the Fellas, that's Charles Moore and Dwayne Martin. They tackling issues in whatever's trending, entertainment, politics, sports, whatever's hot. They're going to talk about those topics as well. On Monday nights, TFG Tonight with your host, Brenton Haynes, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can catch myself, my man Black, the alter ego Black, or Freddie, whichever one he gonna be one of them that night. You catch me, Devin Devine, and Brent. We're talking whatever's trending. We're talking politics. We're talking what's new, what's in the news, sports, entertainment, all that on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. On Tuesday nights, you can catch me. I'm more your sports guy, but I talk a little bit about everything. You can catch me on TFG Sports Media from 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to 7. I'm giving to you straight with no chaser. We're talking sports and all that good stuff. So, man, y'all come get on this train. TFG, we got something for everybody. Go to the YouTube channels. Oh, I forgot. Forgive us later. Can't forget about them. Lamar Falk, DJ Sullivan, and Charles Moore. Them brothers is bringing it to you straight with no chaser, too. And ladies, man, they get raunchy. Lamar be coming with some Lamar-isms that I ain't never heard before. I don't know where he be getting these words from. But y'all check out Forgive Us Later, man, with the three brothers. It's a really good show. So, man, come to TFG. We got something for everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. Let your family know, man. We got something for everybody. So check us out.
Thank you, Brother Ken. And I want to thank, you guys for popping in and being a part of my Sunday evenings. It's something I live for. Of course, I want to thank the man himself, Mr. Lamb Levity, Mr. Real Estate Insider, Mr. Lamar Falk. None of this will be possible. I'm proud to be a part of his platform of shows, to be doing my thing. I want to thank Miss Shantae Gibson. This is
that's my girl, oh Shantae.
producer of the show,
Yeah.
and I want to thank her personally because she allows me to be me and to do my thing. Miss Shantae, I love you. Thank you so much for that.
And Jaquithia Sims as well, and Brittany. We got to give them shout out.
The producers of these shows, they let us do our thing and be ourselves. Terrence, I appreciate you, my brother, always popping in, showing love. I want to thank you. We miss Miss Candace from the candy shop.
That's
Miss
my
Candace, we always
cuz.
have, here at Real Talk. So anytime, sweetheart, thank you for popping in. I appreciate that, as always. And then my sister, she says she misses everybody.
What up, Sherry? We miss you too.
She legitimately had phone issues, but sis, you've been missing too many shows. But with that said, I want to thank my regular panel of guys for showing up. Hannah, Bert, I love you. I love you for always being supportive, showing up.
Doubt.
I appreciate you more than you guys will know. Brother Kenny, like I tell you guys, when Tasha and I pop in and we see y'all, we already know it's going to be a great show.
Yep.
Even though we come on and we're prepared to do this thing by ourselves, the content, the caliber, the quality, it goes through the roof the moment I see y'all faces. And I thank you guys because you could be doing other things in these dog days of summer. So to spend a little bit of time with us, I love you guys. Thank you for
love you back, brother. And you love you too, Tasha. It's all love.
So I want to thank you guys. With that said, look, enjoy. I hope this gets your week off to a good start so that as you can look back and have a little laugh, keep going to the TFG page and get involved, because it's some funny stuff going on there, to keep you entertained, keep our minds active. And again, as you go about your week, be good to each other.
And let us know how that 69 worked this week. Hey, y'all put some comments in there.
I'm staying out of there.
If y'all do that 69, let us know. We can talk about it.
I'm saying that. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Y'all hold people like me. Bravo, my brother. But keep us posted. You got an impending wedding day. And as always, be good to each other. And, keep it real out there. That's the only way we're going to get through this thing. Next, until I see you again, this has been another great edition of Real Talk for Real Men. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week.
All right. Peace out.